All right, y'all, man, what's going on? We got Black Americans versus the world. Video by Antonio Speaks. That boy at 94K. I'm telling y'all, he hitting 100 before the end of this year, man. But let's get into it, man. Let's go.
Americans versus the world. That's what it seemed like. So recently, New York City elected its new mayor, Zohran Mamdani. Now, he seems like a cool dude. He kind of reminds me of Barack Obama. A lot of billionaires are against him, high-ranking elite people, so that's always a good thing. But during his winning speech, he says something kind of alarming.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants. And as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Now, although he was just referring to New York, my point is going to still stand. Black Americans are never given the proper credit. We all know who really took a hand in building this country. Now, I will say maybe he didn't mean this with malice intent, or it maybe slipped his mind. This is why I feel the way I do about politics. I don't think either side have the best interest of black people. Now, today we're going to talk about how black people, but black Americans in specific, seem to be the most hated worldwide. Now, for one, this is not a diaspora video. I am a proud African American. Emphasis on the African, okay? I will say this though, I do understand a lot of the arguments. Many African
but I ain't gonna lie, the diaspora wars needs to stop, bro. Bro, the Caribbeans, Americans, African, bro, we all need to just come together, bro. That diaspora war shit needs to stop, bro. We all need to be united under one, bro. That's how I feel, me personally.
Americans want to just stand alone. The same way that Jamaicans do, or Haitians, we just want to be black Americans. Now, the black American experience is very unique. The rights that our people have fought for and are continuing to fight for literally benefit everyone. Let's take DEI, for example. The biggest beneficiary to that is white women. Crazy, right? And to bring back up immigrants, the reason that most of them are able to get into America is because of black Americans. So it's just a huge slap in the face that most of these communities are anti-black.
You know, black Americans are the only group that fights back against white supremacy. No other group fights back against white supremacy. Every other group tries to like thread the line and like not say too much. You go through Vivek Ramaswamy's comic section and it's just white people telling him to go back to India, that they don't want him here, calling him a G. You go through...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Vivek Ramaswamy, bro, he's such a bootlicker, bro. And when you go into his comment section, it's like, bro, these are the people you're advocating for. These are the people you're fighting for. These people are calling you a sand igger. They're calling you all sorts of names. They saying you eat poop. They're telling you to go back to your country. Vivek, these are the people you're fighting for? This is the side you're on? Are we serious?
FBI Director Kash Patel's comment section on Twitter, and it's them doing the same thing, telling him to go back to India. He shouldn't be here. He shouldn't have the job. He's DEI. You know, we're the only, even like the Indians don't fight back, the Hispanics don't fight back, the Asians don't fight back.
Y'all can tell me if it's just me, but I just been feeling like this entire year I've been finding out that literally everybody hates black Americans, even black people all around the world. And no shade, that's probably why our ancestors said all skin folk ain't kinfolk. But at the same time, I feel like the way that people feel about us is the way they should actually feel about white people, because we didn't do anything to you.
To start off this video, take a look at this screenshot. Why are the Latino numbers?
Latino male voters shift toward Trump in 2024 election. Wow. And I guarantee you a good majority of these people now are regretting this shit. Like that one Latino girl from that vid I made like a month ago. Bro, I guarantee you they're regretting it now because some of their peoples probably gotten deported because of him.
Are so high for Trump. Now, my personal experience with Latinos and Hispanics has been very chill for the most part. I live down south in South Carolina, so I don't experience Hispanics as often. So my experiences may be different from someone living in Texas.
I mean, my experience with Hispanics has always been chill and great. I've always lived and been around Hispanics for a majority of my life. You feel me? My best friend is Hispanic, so yeah.
California.
And we just discussed it.
But what I will say is not only is there a lot of anti-blackness in the Hispanic community, in a weird way, there's also a lot of like, depending on who you know, there's a lot of anti-Hispanicness in their communities too. Like, bro, there's just one man's I knew, bro. His family was, I think, Honduran. They literally were trying so hard to be white. It was genuinely crazy, bro. Like, they wouldn't even eat their ethnic food. They wouldn't do nothing like that, but they were trying so hard to be white. My mans used to like put like certain gels and shit like that in his hair to make it more straight and wavy and less curly, bro. I don't know. My Hispanic people, let me know if y'all experienced that in the comments. Like, anybody in your family who has like not only been anti-black but also anti-Hispanic too.
Animosity the Latino community has with the black people, bro. Because to be completely honest, you would think that being minorities would band us together. But the essays down in San Diego still acting like the Jim Crow laws are still in effect. Like, chill.
These Houston Mexicans are racist. The Houston Latino people are racist. I'm telling you, listen, I have been dealing with them for over 12, 13 years. You feel what I'm saying? These folks are racist, bro.
Let me tell you, here in Texas, the amount of racism I've ever even come close to experiencing from Mexicans. When I was a dancer, when I was a stripper, the way that the clubs were so racist. There was a time I went to a club out in Texas, and the club told me that, oh, they don't hire girls like me. This is a club full of a bunch of, I would say, illegals. And they said, oh, they don't take girls like us. We should go down to the club down the street, the black club. Karma is beautiful. Karma is beautiful. And you know what's funny? I went by that club a couple days ago. It's empty. It's empty. Even though the racism applied to me, I still voted against all this shit. I voted against it. And guess what they did? Voted to hurt
for
me.
it.
Coming from a Hispanic, you know, Puerto Rican and Dominican or whatever, right? Hispanic people, they racist as fuck, bro. In my family, I'm the only one that got this texture hair. Like, I remember as a kid, like, I love my uncle, but he crazy. But I remember my uncle as a kid telling me, oh, like, you got that peasy hair and shit like that. Because everybody in my family got that slick shit, that you know what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking, I'm like, all right, my hair peasy, my hair bad. And that's
You know who's experienced I've heard the most when it comes to like online, like YouTubers and streamers and shit? Phantom, bro. Because Phantom's Dominican. And his experience with that shit and like the racism he's experienced down in the Dominican Republic was insane, bro. And it was weird because on the American side, in terms of like him being from New York and shit, he was too Dominican for the black people sometimes, and then sometimes he was too black for the Dominican people because he's half black, half Dominican. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. I'm getting hate from both sides.
I met my wife, and she taught me about, hair textures. Now I'll be going down memory lane and shit. I'm like, damn. My family really used to be racist as shit.
Yeah.
This isn't surprising to me. The whole entire world is anti-black. And this is because of colorism. Mexico was colonized by white Spaniards. And the closer you were to whiteness, the better. So, I mean, I get it.
A lot of people don't understand when I say that Mexicans are culturally racist. Part of our culture is to frown upon dark-skinned people. It's been passed down to us by the Spaniards, by our colonizers, by the people that conquered us, taught us that dark skin is inferior, light skin is superior.
Now, the next minority I want to discuss is the Asian American community. I already did a video on my second channel talking about the pick-me Asian epidemic because a lot of them, they love that white validation of white gaze. But we do got to talk about the very much anti-blackness within the Asian community.
Why don't you like us black people? Non-American Asians always gave me the cold shoulder. American Asians were cool and I often hang out with them. Are they just not used to us?
Partially.
Sad to say, but I know that there's anti-blackness very much so in a lot of Asian American communities. And obviously, unfortunately, anti-blackness is global.
Yeah.
And I think like
it's a very long historical answer.
Yeah.
Some of it has to do with not being used to it. Okay, so colonization happened throughout the whole world when white colonizers took over Asia, Africa, all the other continents. And with that came the belief of anti-blackness that was instilled upon all of these communities. Now, once those colonizations ended, you were left with this homogenized community where they don't know anyone who don't look like they're all white, all Asian, all South Asian, whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden you fast forward to having technology and Western media, because again, controlled by whiteness, is pushing out this message of that Black communities are gangsters, do this, they do that. And then that media gets pushed out into the world in the form of movies and TV shows. Now you take this homogenized,
so crazy and so untrue, bro. Right now, I live in the DMV, Maryland to be specific, and I'm in an area called PG, bro. We literally have the biggest, I think, I don't know if it's in America, but we're definitely up there, like top 3 of Black wealth, bro. Every time you see a big house, whether it's in Waldorf, Akakeek, PG area, it's owned by a Black person, bro. So for majority of my life, I've seen Black wealth. There's never been Black people are gangsters and we this, that, and the third, because it's never been that for me. But then you see shit like this, and you see people that haven't experienced that haven't seen that, and they only look at the media and see fucking rap stars and like Black people being gangsters and shooting this up and doing this, that, and the third, and it's just like, if people really do their research, which people really don't do, because one, they're lazy, and two, they don't want to get rid of the bigotry that they have, because that takes a lot of work for some people, and the racism that they have in their heart, like. But once you do your research, you'll realize, bro, all of the stereotypes that you've heard about and seen aren't true at all. Period, bro.
Community who has learned anti-blackness through colonization and stuff like that, on top of the fact that it's then mixed with people who are learning about these races for the first time through fictionized television that is controlled by white media. And then you have this biased look. So when they meet Black people for the first time, they're having to reconcile what they have been essentially brainwashed into thinking versus then trying to figure out what that means when they meet you and they're like, but you're not any of these things.
This claim, unsupported by facts, is the result of a well-funded misinformation campaign scapegoating Black people for anti-Asian violence. The president, who spread anti-Asian rhetoric that led to the increase in anti-Asian violence, not Black. Robert Aaron Long, not Black. The guy in New York City who attacked 7 Asian American women in one afternoon, not Black. We are done listening to oppressors tell lies about the people whom they oppress. And while Asian Americans did experience the greatest percent increase in hate crimes, do you know who experienced the greatest increase in incidents of hate crime during that same period of time? Black people.
The anime community can be pretty racist. And that's not just coming from...
Which is crazy. And we're going to get into this in another video. But, bro, the amount of Black cosplayers I see in their comments are like, oh, this isn't, what is it? What they be saying? This isn't accurate to the anime. This person isn't Black, so why are you cosplaying them? And you know what? It's crazy. It'll never be Japanese or Asian people that'll be getting on Black cosplayers' heads. You know who it will be? White people. And I just want to tell those people, your cosplays aren't accurate neither, bro, because guess what? These people aren't white. They're Asian. Fucking dumbasses, bro. My God.
Black cosplayers getting comments like, oh, this character isn't Black. But even within the representations of Black or darker skinned people in anime, for example, this, whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah.
This.
Bro, oh my God. Bro, I love Psyche K to death. It is one of my most watched comedy animes. I fuck with Psyche K to death. But the way they did Zolbe is insane. The fact they even named him Zolbe, and he's a black character, and they gave him an ugly ass name like Zolbe is one crazy. But two, when I saw this shit, it just angered me, bro. Because I'm like, this is one of my favorite animes. Why the fuck do y'all have this trope in this motherfucker, bro? You feel me? Why?
The list goes on.
Now, there was recently an incident that happened on TikTok where an Asian woman, actually she was mixed with white, so she was a mixed Asian woman, and she was discussing how whenever she goes to, you know, an Asian grocery store, she side-eyes the white people.
I really am a nice person, but I can't stop myself from giving snark to the white people at Asian grocery stores. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I can't stop doing it. Like, I just side eye every time I see you there. What are you doing here?
As a young black man, I understood.
I understand
it's the same sentiment that I say all the time. It's ghetto or it's cool until a white person does it. With us, you know, our rap music is always demonized. The way we dress is demonized. But then
bro, I remember the one time I brought some of my grandma's, because my grandma's Jamaican. My mom's side of the family's Jamaican, if y'all don't know. And one time during Thanksgiving, she had a lot of food. She was like, hey, y'all take this back to Maryland. We took it back. I had it for lunch the next day at school. There was this one white kid, bro. He was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is rice and peas. He's like, what the fuck is this? This is oxtail and shit like that. I'm thinking, okay, he probably fuck with the food. Bro, not even like a day or two later, niggas is talking about some, yo, bro, I heard you was eating bugs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, oh nah, but that nigga Carter said you was eating this, that, and the third. What? Making fun of the shit, you feel me? But cut to a couple years later, bro. Guess where I see this nigga at? Ocean Blue Grill. And if you're in Waldorf, you know what that is? That is a Jamaican spot. Or like a Caribbean spot, like a multi-Caribbean spot. You feel me? It's only ghetto and crazy and weird until a white person do it, bro. Hate it.
Do it, it's trendy, it's cool. This is the same way a lot of Asians feel. Throughout history, they always made fun of them, saying, oh, they're eating cats and dogs, they're doing this and that. Now you want to go shop at their stores and eat like them? Okay, I understand your pain. But like expected, y'all, some of the biggest Asian creators on TikTok came out and defended they white people.
They what? Hideous. There's no way y'all defend... Bro, because I know y'all have had racist encounters with white people when it comes to y'all food. There is no reason why you should be defending these people, bro. Shorty in the video is right, bro. Shorty in the bro, I feel her pain. Not saying you, bro, I feel like when people watch that video, they look at it as like, oh, you're telling us that we can't go into your stores? No. What we're saying is that we get a little defensive, you feel what I'm saying, when we see y'all come in, because y'all people used to make fun of the food that we ate, whether it was some Asian food, Caribbean, Jamaican, African, all of that, Hispanic, bro. People used to make fun of motherfuckers for eating tacos. You know how crazy that is. Man.
This video by this Asian American content creator who basically confessed that she side eyes and judges any non-Asian patrons when she goes to whatever version of.
She ain't say non-Asian. She said white. She ain't say non-Asian. She said white.
Asian grocery store she visits. I find this content to be so freaking tone deaf and disgusting.
I can't tell if you were just joking, but you should take this down immediately. The thing is, we all are foreigners in other people's spaces too, which means that we all experience feeling like a fish out of water.
Now, like I stated, I'm not Asian, and I felt where she was coming from. You know, seeing those other creative videos kind of enraged me. I'm like, bruh, stop tap dancing for them folks, all right?
I stand with H-Mart girl. I stand with side-eyeing white people who come into Asian spaces after spending decades, i.e. my entire childhood, watching them make fun of my food. Some of the big Asian creators who are like piling onto that girl, they be married to white men. They got that white man by making themselves small, bringing him to dim sum, bringing him to the community center, bringing him to Chinese school.
They got there by dimming down their Asianness, dimming down their culture, so that the white man can shine or the white woman can shine. Like, And one thing I gotta say to y'all, whether you watch me and you're Black, Asian, Hispanic, don't ever in your life, you watching this right now, we are bound by this promise, bro. Don't ever in your life diminish yourself or the culture you come from because of somebody else. Whether that's a significant other, a friend, whatever it is, bro. Don't ever not be proud of being Black. Don't ever not be proud of being Asian. Don't ever not be proud of being Hispanic, bro. You feel me? You not being proud of that, you diminishing yourself for this white person is literally spitting in the face of your ancestors. You might as well go to your ancestors' grave and just, you feel me? So be proud, bro. Don't ever not be proud, bro.
Kind of roll my eyes even more at these creators because one of them has a white husband, the other one mostly dates white people, and the third one's unknown. So already, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, I don't know if you can speak on this issue because you are already a little bit biased, and I'm sure you want your husband's age. 5 minutes of being stared at in a grocery store, it will never be oppressive to white people. I think that's the nuance that.
Can we just admit that it's racism? Like, it's just racism. Someone said, I better not see you at Trader Joe's. So she wants us to segregate. Okay, bro. Oh, boy.
All these creators are missing. I don't know why they're acting in arms like this is the most oppressive thing that we as people of color could possibly do to white people in a grocery.
When these same white people were probably making fun of this person's food in high school, middle school, elementary school, probably saying they eat cats and dogs, doing the thing that you do with your eyes to try to look Asian, you feel me? Doing all of the most heinous racist shit. But as soon as one Asian girl says, I ain't gonna lie, I be kind of side-eyeing the white people that come into H-Mart. Now y'all are up in arms. Now it's, oh, she's being racist. Oh, she wants us to segregate. Like, oh, you're living in the past. Like, come on, bro. Think, bro. Be real, bro. Come on, man.
Store. And to say that we have to be super accepting. I'm not saying that white people can't shop at H-Mart. I'm just saying
and that's not what she's saying.
We don't need to celebrate that they are willing to shop at H-Mart. We don't need to celebrate that they're open-minded and want to try a new culture. They can just do that and exist, and we don't need to give them validation because that is the lowest bar for white pandering that I've ever seen.
Once all these minorities realize, bro, that no matter how much you ride, no matter how much you tap dance, no matter how much you bootleg, they'll never see you in the same light as them. Let's take example for.
Hey, Antonio just said it, and I'm gonna say it again for all my people in the back. No matter how much dick riding, tap dancing, being in the same political center, yada yada, you will always be a minority to them. Always and forever. You will not be white ever. Period. So just like how they get proud of their whiteness, you better get proud of your Asianness. You better get proud of being Hispanic. You better get proud of being Black, bro. Come on, man.
Or our next community we're going to discuss, the Indian community or Southeast Asians. Now, Indians living in America, dog. Statistically, they are great. They make the most money, have the lowest crime rate, yet still in 2025, they face a lot of racism.
Indian racism has actually gone too far. And what if I told you it was coming from little kids in elementary schools? If you guys didn't know, I worked as a part-time coding teacher where I would go to different schools, host after-school programs, and teach kids how to code. Pretty sure the students assumed I was white or Mexican because they would always talk to me in Spanish and I would not understand it. I ended up telling them that I was Indian and I was actually born in India. Their first reaction was being surprised and they said, no way. Their second reaction was going on their laptop, searching up the Indian street food and showing it to me and asking me, is this the food in your country? Mister, did you eat this when you were in India? Their third reaction was going on the internet and playing that fucking, you know the song I'm talking about, right? And for the rest of the class, I lost their focus. I couldn't get them back together.
Oh, the song he's talking about is fucking Mundian Tabaki. I think that's how you say it. It's that one Indian song that people play when like they're being super racist. It was actually a really good song though, and Jay-Z hopped on that motherfucker too, bro. I used to crank that song like crazy in middle school, bro. I never understood the lyrics. like ever. But it was just the beat was just boom 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 boom. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, they spazzed on that beat, but now it's being used to be racist towards Indian people, which I don't like at all.
They were just messing around. Even after calling the coordinator, they kept messing around and, you know, doing the same shit over and over.
I got hate crimed and physically assaulted last night for being Indian, and I want to talk about it.
What?
I went to dinner with my friends last night. At the table sitting next to us were two couples that were absolutely wasted. When their food was delivered to them by the waiter, one of the girls knocked the food out of the waiter's hands, and words were being thrown around, which was crazy because there was not a single black person in sight. She then starts yelling at me.
Say on everything you love, she said the N-word or something racist about black people when there was nobody in the room. You see how we be like, bro, they talk about us all the time? They do. They talk about us all the time. We walk away from them, we get away from them, and they just follow us. Like, stop talking about us, bro. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your mouth, bro.
Saying racist things about me being Indian, calling me the N-word.
Oh, wow.
She walks up to me, punches me in the head twice, and then takes me by the hair, starts pulling my hair out of my scalp, holding me down. Every example of any person that looks like me fighting back flooded my brain, and I was genuinely too afraid.
Yo, record me.
Because I know a lot of people watching her video probably would have been like, oh, if it was me in this situation, I would have fought back. I would have fought back, yada, yada. Did you not hear her? She said all these situations where her people have tried to fight back against stuff like this was flooding her mind, and she felt powerless. She couldn't do anything, bro. My apologies to that girl, bro. You shouldn't have had to go through that. Like, I really hope that, for one, whatever restaurant she was at has cameras so we can find this lady and fuck up her life. I'm being so serious. You wanna fuck up this Indian girl's life? Cool. We gonna fuck up your life. We gonna fuck up your life, bro. We gonna make you lose your job and some more shit. We gonna fuck up your life, bro. Period. You wanna be racist? You wanna be all that? Cool, cool, cool. Let's see how your job takes that. You hear me?
No, I'm on live stream.
Don't record me, buddy.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right next to black people, Indians get the worst racism in my opinion. Most Indians have darker skin. I've seen Indians the same color as me or like even darker than me. So because anti-blackness is so global and colorism is global, the racism towards Indians is rampant. Now with this being the case, I feel like Indians and black people should be closer or tight-knit, but that's not the case.
So whether this is in...
Shout out to all my Indian people. Love all my Southeast Asians, man.
Within the country of India, or whether this is when Indian people immigrate to any part of the world, whether it be on the African continent, in North America, South America, wherever. And again, I'm not saying every single Indian person, but I'm talking about Indian people generally, our society, our culture, the belief systems that Indian people hold, etc. Indian people are extremely, extremely racist, especially towards black people.
So what's your name? Anand, can I see your ID or something? No, I mean, you can call the police, or I can call the police. Can I see your ID? Yeah. Let me see your ID. Yeah. Take out your ID and I'll take out my ID. Let me take out your ID and I'm gonna take out my ID. Okay, let's. Can you get my phone? No. Let's call the police. Give me your phone. Let's call the police. I'm in my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here? Yes. And what's your name? Dude, I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm going to do. Absolutely. You got to do it, man. But I want What's your name, man? Because I'm walking in the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed. No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us. But we took my car. Yes. Bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone. Come with me and get the phone. I will. Get my phone. Because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone. Come with me. Yes. Get my phone now. Please. You see this man right here? I'm gonna keep him a distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this?
Yep. I know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't got it. Listen,
You don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you live right here, and I live in this neighborhood. You have a blessed day, sir.
No, you
have a blessed day, sir.
I won't out where you see that bitch. You got me up. Sitting here.
Nice.
Going to the party. Asking if you good. Bitch. You been staring at me. With your fake ass eyelashes. I don't.
And she talking with a black accent too. How you gonna talk with a black accent and then say the N-word, bro? The hard ER at that, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you, lady. Fuck you.
I don't get out of my face. You.
Also, as of recently, Twitter had a new update. You can now see the country that these Twitter accounts are from. And guess what? Some of the biggest / white supremacy pages were from non-white people.
MAGA is freaking out right now because Twitter, which prefers to identify as X, released this new feature in which you could actually see the country of origin of an account. And it's now being revealed that a lot of these MAGA accounts out there with hundreds of thousands of followers that have a big influence online are actually based in other countries. The way my jaw stayed in place. So I could literally go through like 1,000 of these accounts, but I'll show you just a few. Like this account, America First Verified.
Is based in Bangladesh. America First is based in Bangladesh. I'm crying. Oh my God.
Turns out this account is based in Bangladesh. How about America Man, based in Indonesia? What about MAGA Nadine over here? Oh, it's probably some dude based in Morocco. Okay, Mary Tiles, Texas, you sure post a lot of pro-MAGA stuff online. Oh wait, you're from Russia? Interesting. Like I said, I could keep going and going. Nigeria. This is a major account that always gets Elon Musk's attention. This is based in India. This Ivanka Trump fan account based in Nigeria. This big MAGA account is based in Papua New Guinea. This one's from Serbia. Ultra MAGA Trump 2028, Nigeria. Dark MAGA Coin, Thailand. The MAGA Beacon, South Asia. MAGA Nation, Eastern Europe. Aaron Trump News, Eastern Europe.
Like, these pages are really part of the propaganda of why a lot of people feel the way they feel about black people. And with me seeing these accounts from Nigeria, it's like, damn, even other black people hate on black Americans.
Like, bro, a lot of these MAGA pages are from Nigeria. Our own people are spreading rhetoric to make our lives worse. Ain't this shit crazy?
And I mean, no one does anti-blackness better than a black immigrant or like a black person from the Caribbean or a black person from Africa or wherever else in the world that doesn't like African Americans. No one. And it's not even funny anymore. I'm legit concerned because they be the greatest coons. Like, they'll say the most out-of-pocket, outlandish stereotypes or negative thing about African Americans. And I have to think to myself, where did this come from? Who told you this information? How do you know this? And it's even crazy because sometimes you'll find people that haven't even been to America, has never encountered an African American in their lives saying these things. And it's crazy because the way they talk about African Americans, you think African Americans are the furthest demographic from them, right? Put a black immigrant that can't stand African Americans on the phone and you'll be talking to a nationalist. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, they're thieves. This is what they do. They're criminals. This is what white people say about you.
I feel like it's the media's fault. The way they portray Africa, you know what I'm saying, in teepees and huts, that's how we see Africans. And then the way they see black Americans.
I remember the first time I actually did my research on Africa, I think I was around like 9 or 10. I'm seeing all these cities. I'm seeing all of this, that, and the third. I'm seeing African millionaires and billionaires. I'm like, bro, my school lied to me. These people lied to me, bro. Africa ain't fucking teepees and huts and a bunch of just a bunch of poverty and stuff like that, bro. Yeah, there are sides of that, but there's sides of that everywhere else in the world, bro. A lot of Africa is affluent, bro. A lot of Africa is prospering and amazing, bro. Real shit. Yo, man, I pray that at least now in school, the teachers are starting to get a little more woke and they're starting to teach a lot more like real African history and real stuff about Africa in their classrooms, bro. Because when I was in elementary school and stuff like that, they were down on Africa all the fucking time, bro. All the time.
Americans is violence, gangs, so it's already a disconnect.
African immigrants do not view racism the same way as Black Americans because we are looking at it from two completely different perspectives. Africans grew up in majority Black nations with Black culture, Black leadership, and Black everything being the norm on a day-to-day basis. It's not the core part of their identity because everyone is majority Black when they look around. Black is the default. So off rip, they are not looking at things through a racial lens. But Black people in America look at everything through a racial lens because we are the minority in a country that was built off of our oppression. The entire system was designed not only to exclude us, but to capitalize off of that exclusion. So systemic oppression is the struggle that Black Americans are dealing with on the home front. Struggles that people are dealing with in Africa are due to a failing or underdeveloped system. Poverty, corruption, lack of opportunity, economic instability, which is really the legacy of colonialism and neocolonialism. So in their minds, they see America as having a functioning system. They see America as full of opportunity compared to back in Africa. So they come here and they focus on individual advancement, where Black Americans see the system as being historically and currently rigged against us.
Yeah, like some people that are from like Caribbean countries or African countries, they'll come here and they'll hear racism and they'll be like, what the fuck? They'll look at you like you have 10 heads because that shit low-key didn't exist in their country, or if it did, it was a long time ago. They're around a bunch of Black people. Most of Jamaica is Black, most of Africa is Black, most of Trinidad is Black, most of the Bahamas is Black. So when they come here to America and they see stuff like that, they're like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? Racism? That shit don't exist. But it does. It does. And sometimes those immigrants won't understand it until it happens to them.
We're not immigrants. We are people from whom system was explicitly built to oppose.
That's it for this video, man. If you are a minority, drop your thoughts down below in the comment section. And if you ever experience any racist friends, bro, put them folks in check, all right? But no more talking. I love y'all.
Man, shout out Antonio Speaks for this video, man. Usually at my end card, I would have a lot to say, but I just want to say one thing, bro. All my Black people that are watching this video, bro, keep being proud of being Black. Don't ever let these racists win, bro. Whether they're white, whether they're Indian, whether they're Hispanic, whether they're Asian, or shoot, whether the fucking tap dancing coon tells you some racist shit, you feel me? Don't ever let these people stop you from being Black, bro. You're amazing, you're powerful, you're smart. The Black experience is one of triumph and one of adversity, yes, but one of great conquest and W's, bro. I'ma say this once and I'll say it again and again and again, man. Hey, if I was to die, I'm being Black every time. Every time. I'm choosing Black every time. Yes, I've gone through things in my life because of my skin color and because of my heritage that has, you know, negatively impacted me in some ways. But yeah, bro, I'm choosing Black every day, every time, no matter what. You feel me? That's really it for me, man. I love y'all so much. Marso Mafia the game. Marso Mob the squad. And to all my other minorities, one, like I said in this video, be proud of being you. Be proud of where you from and stuff like that. But also, peel back that layer, man. Peel back that layer of anti-blackness and racism. Peel back those layers. Really do your research and wake up. Wake up to the fact that, shoot, there's a lot of anti-blackness in some parts of your culture, man. You feel me? And just, we should all be unified, bro. Us minorities, we should all be unified, because at the end of the day, no matter how much tap dancing y'all Asians and Hispanics and sometimes Indian people and Black people do for the white man, at the end of the day, they all look at us the same way. We're all minorities and we're all quote unquote lower than them. But shoot, let them see what happens when we all get together and unify, man. Shit gonna be crazy. I love y'all so much. Marso Mob 50 Gang, Marso Mob the Squad, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.